Okay, so far we have learned how to create a database, and then we learn how to create table. Okay, so now we are going to learn a few more things related to the table. Okay, so we are still working with the same cafe DB database, and we are still working with the food table. So when I describe the food table, this is what I have. Alright, so what I want to do now is, remember in our previous lesson we dropped the default value. Okay, so we dropped the uniqueness of food name. Okay, remember earlier there's a UNI here, unique. All right, we dropped that. So now how do we actually put it back in? Okay, how to make food name to be unique again? So what we can do is we can use this code. Okay, alter table food, add unique for whatever attribute that you want. So in my case now, it's not food ID, it is food name. Okay, so I want food name attribute to be unique. All right, that means cannot have two food with the same name. All right, so F9. Okay, there's no errors. So let's describe now. Describe food. Okay, F9. So can you see we already have unique back again. That means food name must be unique. Okay, so now let's look at food price. Food price is actually not now, and then there is a default value of 350. So what does it mean? It means all the food, when you are keying in, there will be a default value of 350. Okay, so how do we actually drop this particular value? We don't want a default value anymore. Okay, what you can do is you can do this. Okay, alter table food, alter food price. Okay, so this is the food price which has the default value, right? I want to drop this, so I drop default for which attribute? Food price. So let's run this. Okay, so no errors. Let's describe again. Describe food. And can you see there's no default value? Okay, for price, the default value has been removed. Okay, once we have removed the default value, what if I want to add a new default value for food price? Okay, so this is the code. Alter table food, alter food price, set default to a new value. Okay, let's say I want to put it as 250. 250 is the default value. Okay, so to put in again, I can do it this way. So it doesn't matter which attribute, as long as you have selected one attribute for the default value. Alright, so run this. Okay, let's describe the table again. So can you see now the default value is back again for food price. Okay, what else? Okay, let's say the name of my table is food. Okay, let's say I want to change the table name to another name. Okay, so what I can do is I can do like this. Okay, rename table food. This is the original one. Okay, the current one. I want to name it to a new one. So now it becomes with an S. Okay, so let's run this. Okay, so now let's describe food. Run this. Okay, this table does not exist anymore. So what we can do is put an S. That is the new one, right? Okay, so it has been renamed. Okay, what else can we do? Okay, what if I want to make a duplicate of this particular table? Meaning I want to make an exact duplicate, another table which has the similar attributes. Okay, so what I can do is I can do this. Alright, so create table, the new table that I want to create, and it should look something like the old table that I have. So currently the old table is foods, right, with an S, right? So now I want to create a new table by the name of food. Remember, food does not exist anymore, so I want to make a duplicate. Alright, So let's run this. Okay, done. So let's describe food. This is the new table that we have created, we have duplicated. Okay, so can you see everything is actually the same as foods. So I have two actually copies of the same table. Okay, so far we have been working with the structure of the table. So we have 6 attributes. So let's put in some data inside. Okay, so let's put in some data inside. So let's do it this way. So this is how you actually put data inside your table. So you have to use the insert statement. Okay, insert into. This is the table name. Okay, so you start with food name. Okay, food name, food type, food price, food calorie, and food date. Okay, can you see all these are actually the same spelling as your attribute. So you want to put in values inside all these attributes. Okay, so now food ID is missing. So I have to put food ID. If food ID is auto increment, you don't have to put this. Alright, if food ID is auto increment, you can remove this. But currently food ID is not auto increment, but it is the primary key. So I need to key in the value. The database is not going to put in for me automatically. Alright, so I have to put here 1, comma, and here I have 2, comma. So the first one is for the food ID. Second one is for the chicken, for the name of the meal. Okay, let's say chicken burger. Okay, the food type is Western. Okay, the food price is 490. The food calorie is 400. And then the date is actually this. Remember, MySQL has that year, month, day format. So you have to follow. Alright. Now, chicken burger. Why do I have single quote? Because it is a variable character. Same thing goes for food type. But for food price, food calorie, and also your food ID, right? It is all numbers. So I don't have to put single quote. Okay? So now what I'm doing is I'm adding 2 records. One is chicken burger, another one is American cheesecake. Okay, American cheesecake. Alright? So can you see that here I have a comma? So this is the first record, and then comma, second record, and then I have semicolon. If I have a third record, I put comma, and then another record, semicolon. Okay, so let's run this. Okay, done. Okay, 2 records has been inserted. So how do I view? How do I check that the record has been inserted? Very simple. Select all from foods. Okay, run this. Okay, can you see? Can you see the key here? This is a primary key. This is the unique key. Unique key, you have this reddish kind of key here. So food ID 1, 2. So this is the name of the food name, Western or cake, and then the food price, the food calorie, and also the food date. So this is how you actually display all the records from the table.